G'day everybody and welcome back to the Hardball Gets AFL show. Today on the podcast, it is the mailbag after the first kind of, what are they, scratch matches, practice games, whatever they were. Match sims.
They were dancing with your sister.
They were not great. If you haven't subscribed to the podcast, please do that wherever you listen. Leave a rating, leave a review, and hit us up on YouTube. YouTube numbers look very strong, very nice. All right, let's get stuck in. This is the Hardball Gets AFL show. My name's Nick Rynne, joined by Xavier Ellis and Ryan Daniels. Zave, why don't you take it away? We plugged.
Well, you want me to go straight away?
No,
I do want to say thank you to our wonderful listeners. We said last week that we needed a favour or two from them with our footy tipping competition. Just something we've got our little community doing, which is great. And it's run via The Game, thegame.com.au or The Game, the app. It's pretty bloody simple. It's footy tipping, and we love it. And we're going to give away a $500 voucher just to anyone who signs up before opening round.
And just in our group.
In our group. So to get into our group, you'll just go to the code and you just add, well, I don't like saying it because it's embarrassing, but it's null is our code. So NULL, no spaces.
All caps.
All caps. Throw it in there. Please join our footy tipping comp. Someone who has joined before opening round will receive that $500 gift voucher. Then the overall tipper at the end of it will grab the $1,000 voucher.
From our group.
From our group. So from our little team of Hardball Get listeners.
The getters.
That voucher will come to you. And I think there's a couple of questions around like location and whether you can receive it or not. Anyone in Australia can win the $1,000.
And the 500.
And the 500. And so don't worry about whether it says if you're a resident of any state or, legislation. It doesn't matter.
Not for our group.
Not for our group. It does not matter. And I'll say if someone wins it internationally, so if someone wins it internationally, I'll give them I'll give them a $1,000 gift voucher.
Oh,
Wow.
If they win it internationally.
So any of our international listeners, if you can find a way to sign up, you might need a VPN or something.
I don't know how you do it, but you have to prove you're living overseas.
Okay, you need photo proof, identification, a passport, something.
If you're not putting a photo of Prince Andrew at the Louvre, you're done.
I met a couple of our Swiss listeners over the break.
There are internationals out there. They're Irish and whatnot. But anyway,
I'm hoping for the international contingent. I'd love to see you out $1,000.
Well, just because I don't want them to miss out as well. So I'll put my hand in for that one. That'll hurt. Em doesn't listen to this, so that's fine. She won't know. But again, thegame.com.au, and then to join our league, to be eligible, it's, of course, under the code word null. So thank you for the first 700 that jumped in. Geez, we'd love to get to 1,000.
Well, we're already nudging like good spaces internally because they're like,
they appreciate it.
We didn't realise.
We've been telling them we're a big deal.
How passionate the Hardball Gets community is.
Our listeners are awesome. Our listeners are awesome. There's a lot of talk too about doing shows at pubs and stuff. We'd love to do that eventually, but just by doing little things like this to sign into our footy tipping, it may allow us to do other bits and pieces down the track. So again, thegame.com.au. The code is null, no spaces, NULL. Oh, that breaks my heart.
The reason we didn't do an episode yesterday, so normally we'd have Monday's 2-minute warning, and then we would have the mailbag, and then later in the week, as the games get closer, we'd have the teams. But there's a good reason for it, because later this week, we will be releasing our Over-Unders podcast.
It's coming.
But even better news, it's been expanded. So typically we do that in one episode.
And you get 30 seconds each to spin a barb or two.
But we are splitting it up into a 3-pod series, 6 teams per pod. So much time taken and analysis for me to go through my algorithm.
Jesus Christ.
Which I've made a couple of tweaks to the algorithm.
Okay.
So
the algorithm.
I'll be putting it through the system probably tomorrow.
You're going back to the algorithm. Rinny, you need to promise us that you actually come
completely unprepared?
No, prepared.
Oh, okay.
Any prep.
Rather than just like,
but I feel like I'm going to pick my locks before preparing.
Mate, it's 18 teams.
No, you do it the other way.
Just look at them and I'll pick 3 locks.
Okay, lock.
And then I'll go in and do something.
If we're going to give you time on the mic, I can't have 30 seconds of you umming and ahhing and then just throwing something out there. I want a valid reason why you've made that decision.
Yes.
Okay.
So you should get 3 episodes between now and, say, Monday or Tuesday. Plus, then you're going to get another mailbag next week. Plus a team spot. You're going to be inundated with Hardball Gets.
Opening round actually only like a week and a half.
Yeah, it's like 8 days or something.
Yeah,
8 or 9 days.
What about? I'm just sorry. It's just absolutely dawned on me. Someone's just going to go overseas and take a photo of themselves
Yes.
on a holiday.
Yeah.
It'd be like, hey, mate, just so you know, I live in Iceland. Here are the Northern Lights.
If you're going to Bali, just go.
Yeah, that counts.
What
Just
am I doing?
Go down to Potato Head, don't poo your pants, and get a
Don't
photo.
swim.
Is that
Don't
pool
swim.
back open?
I didn't shit
Yes, you did.
myself at
Yes, you
Potato
did.
Head.
You're banned.
Yes, and I told the CEO on the boat the other day
No,
you did.
you
Yeah.
No, you didn't. All right, let's get into the mailbag for this week. Okay, Declan, just to recap, Timu Craig Willis's piping hot. By the way,
Joshy, have you got Timu there just
here
in
we go,
case?
here we go.
Today, we are part of something truly special.
So we had our fantasy draft on Friday night at Varsity in Northbridge.
Yeah.
And I've got there and I've gone up to the bar to get around. And these young blokes are there going, Rhino, what were you doing? They were like, I said, I have no idea. We talked about it for 5 minutes. I couldn't
Nah,
justify.
as long as you've owned it. As long as you've owned it. and-
That's the best part is that you listen back and went, what the is that?
yeah, as long as you own it, so good.
It's
all
like
good.
I'd done it
Yeah.
as a dare.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
no, yeah.
So just to recap, Timu Craig Willis's piping hot takes. Ashcroft, sixth favourite to win the Brownlow, paying $21. Divide that by 3 for top 3, and it's $7. Sam Darcy to kick 90, just 10 more goals than what you all said was a realistic expectation last week. Horse to coach Tassie, clear second favourite behind Buckley currently. Butters to Collingwood, have only heard him linked with 3 other clubs, and the old assistant coach said he's 99% leaving. I'll give him the Canelio one, but who really gives a stuff what a 32-year-old half forward will do in an injury depleted middle of the road team. Looking forward on his prediction of grand final being held at the MCG this year. Jeez, come on, Dick.
We call it question time, but that was just a quick, just a
stab.
summary.
Oh, I loved it. You didn't
Wasn't really
mention
a question.
you two, your freezing cold takes that you both made.
No,
What are you talking about?
I
we were
listened
good.
back to that. It was pathetic. Marcus Bontempelli's going to win the Brownlow.
It started,
No.
like you
Come on,
started.
mate.
Well, I didn't go
You
there.
got hotter.
I didn't go there.
Oh, yours was miles off. It wasn't miles off.
Sam Darcy at 100-1.
I think we just covered yours, mate.
Yeah, okay. Cameron, it feels like there have been a lot more injuries this preseason, most around the time that match simulations started. A preseason is now too short. Players not getting enough conditioning for an AFL season. So I remember, was it last year the coaches were all starting to say they're having to start match sims, intra-club stuff far earlier. So they never used to do that stuff until, I mean, you'll know better, like sort of mid-Jan, Feb. But now they're doing them. You can go down to training in
the
November,
players have got-
December, and they've got them going.
The players have got themselves to blame.
Because of the break.
Because
Because
break.
of the and when I say the players, it's the AFL Players Association, but it's the players. They have so much leave, but they finish in how many weeks they get?
Yeah, it's like 8 weeks.
And then they come back, and then they have 3 weeks over
Yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah.
Like there's just no window, and
No.
and the coaches rely on the players to do, a month of training, which we would have done in the old days, at the club together as a group. To now they rely on Ryan Daniels, who's on a trip through Europe to do 8 400s at an oval in Italy. That is, it just doesn't happen, and they skip it. Yeah, the commitment to people doing the entire program as opposed to being made to do it at training, I'd say it'd be 25%.
Really?
Well, it just life gets you. Like I'm on a plane overnight, I can't
True.
train. Like there's just 1,000 things that
Got
happen.
2 kids in a
Yeah.
small apartment
Why-
in Florence.
yeah.
So
Why-
I can't just duck out.
I'm on
now.
holiday, so I'm stepping up with the kids, and I've got a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. Throughout the
Plus, your
there's
missus
reasons.
is like, you know
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you've ditched me for
I'm
9
done with the
months.
footy
Yeah.
for 9
Yeah.
months. Can you just
Yeah.
give it a break?
So,
Yeah.
but also there's just some lazy blokes. Like I wouldn't have done 100% of it.
So they have to. This is the problem that coaches have. They have to prepare them for a season, so they have to get them up to speed. So they are accelerating things.
Yeah,
So-
correct. And they're just relying on the player having done the work previously.
But is it like, we always say there's more injuries. Do we have any proof of that? Like, has anyone mapped it
they
year
always
to year?
put the thing out, and it always ends up about the same.
Yeah, I think it's always the same.
it's a vibe thing. It's like
There's more reporting on it.
off the back of State of Origin, if Nick Dacos had broken his hand, a finger, and he's missing till round 5, would it be looked upon slightly different if it was
Matt Rowell?
last year's Brownlow medalist Matt Rowell?
Hmm.
That
Well,
hardly
yeah,
get-
but he's their only good guy.
but that hardly gets a mention, Matt Rowell. Yeah, a couple of
because he
times.
plays for the wrong team.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Matt Rowell's done his finger and whatever. Imagine if it was Nick Dacos who was out till round 5.
Origin would have been cancelled already.
Well, there would have been
it's
like
never coming back.
there would have been more mentions of it.
Okay, this is Peter. One word answer from each of you on what clubs these players will be playing at in 2027.
Oh,
I like this. Yeah.
It's very long forecasting. Okay. Zach Bailey, Brisbane.
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 I had the wrong Zach.
They don't lose too many.
Well, who's it? Essendon's in for him, aren't they?
Merritt. We'll get to him. Lockie Neal. Don't rule out Melbourne.
You're big on Melbourne.
Not Melbourne Demons, but a Victorian club.
Hawthorn.
I'm going to throw a curveball.
Hawthorn.
Finished.
Just pulls
Wrap it up.
Just pulls the pin.
Yeah.
I reckon for that to happen, he'd have to have a really bad injury-plagued season.
Clark used to always say that, when injuries happen, there's always something going on with your life. Like, and you could track it all the time that, you're unsteadied and unsettled at home or, even in a positive way, like you've just had your first baby, you're not sleeping.
Sleep.
There's always, he's just going to have a lot going on. He's done everything in the game. That's a curveball, but it wouldn't surprise me if you wrapped it up.
What did I just say? Hawthorn.
Sure.
Not a bad one.
Zach Butters. Well, I'm going to stick with my Collingwood.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Well,
that took off.
Oh, Declan didn't mention that. That caught fire.
We got aggregated.
No,
he did say he did give it credit but then he said he's only been mentioned with 2 other clubs.
Oh yeah, that's true. But mine went hard.
And he also said that the coach said he was certainly leaving.
Plus, I had the whole best friends.
Yeah, what about Sue? That went
football friends.
Yeah.
That went harder than what probably.
Well,
it was just a bit of a
throwaway.
A bit of sugar all over it.
Dacos linked to Butters linked to, and I was like, this can't be based on what we said.
Yes.
Every time it was based on our conversation.
I'm going to go Zach Butters to Hawthorn.
Okay.
And I'm going to say that rivalry between Port Adelaide and Hawthorn will go up another gear.
Would do. Jed Walter. What's his contract status? Is he?
He have a third. I don't think I can't remember a big extension.
Surely he's not
third
out.
of his. No, he's to be second of his 3-year draft contract.
Is this only year 2?
I think it's only year 2. Isn't
No,
it?
this would be
Expiring
year 3.
contract end of this year.
Oh, okay. So it's true.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be a free agent or anything.
No.
That's interesting. I think and the next question is Ben King. And I wonder if the two are linked.
Well, I reckon
One
Walter stays. He's the future.
And then King goes.
You might get a little bit of cream,
Collingwood.
and you'll be able to top up what they might need.
I said Collingwood about 9 months ago.
Did you?
And
I said Collingwood 9
that's
months
right,
and 1 day ago.
Oh,
And
yeah, I was about the
if
same, I
that's
think.
right, don't you think the passive-aggressive retweet will be coming hard?
Not
If
at
it's
me,
wrong,
mate.
if it's wrong, you won't
you
see
delete it.
Yeah, you won't say it.
He's
Have
asked
do you ever delete a tweet?
No.
Have you ever gone through and deleted, edited?
No.
You would have got rid of your Lachie
editing.
Neal stuff.
Sometimes edit. No, it's there. It's there.
Still there.
Because it wasn't wrong. No, sometimes you might edit if you post and then you go, oh, shit, I've spelled that wrong.
yeah, of
And
course.
You've only got an hour to do that.
I think people think Jed Walter West Coast because of who he went for growing up.
Yeah.
I think Jed Walter will be successful at the Suns.
Yes.
It's going to be an intriguing year for their forwards.
Yeah.
Because you got Ethan Reid playing on the wing. You've got Jamara doing what Jamara does. You've got
Reid.
Ben King, who is out of contract.
But also there's time where, for example, Josh Kennedy is a dominant forward for West Coast, and Darling needed to get better for West Coast to get better.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to slowly phase King out. Like you can't just have him at full forward all game, every game.
But again, we can't talk about he kicked 70 goals.
So,
You're not going to shuffle him around.
No, but JK was winning Colemans and stuff. He's still got to Buddy to Roughhead. Like Bud would have to get out of the way at times, sacrifice a bit of his game to let others shine because if you're winning a Coleman, that's fine, but you need more goals amongst everyone to win games.
What's the go? Do we not show that much interest in Ben King because he's just a average? Not average. He's a better than average player, but just it's very pedestrian.
There's no
It's 2.5 goals a game.
Yeah,
every game, and it's on the Gold Coast.
But it also can be 6 touches, 3 goals.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
This is
he
why
should
I
get
think
more
even
credit.
that. He was good in Origin. He came in later and he was their best forward.
Good player.
He's a good player.
He's asked Jed Walter again, but same answer. And Zach Merritt, you think he's going to be where?
Hawthorn.
No, I think that ship's sailed.
I think he'll be at Essendon again.
I can't believe he went back asking for more years after he tried.
He's already on 9. Isn't
He's
he?
all over the shop.
That's staggering.
He's all over the shop.
That was staggering.
Collingwood.
Talk about,
Maybe it's like, you know what, if I'm stuck here, I might as well get paid more.
yeah, but what about actually another monster? Sam Walsh just signed it.
8 years or something?
Jeez.
Been a while, yes, a wrong
It's a long
7.
time.
You know what I'm like with those long term.
Well, and he
especially
hasn't-
if bloke doesn't
He hasn't
play
had
a lot.
bad back. And
Been
he's
in Australia.
Yeah.
Been in Australia. Yes.
I don't feel like he has.
maybe
Squad.
squad.
Maybe
I mean, I
squad.
can picture him in a
I
blazer.
love how whenever we don't know, we just say squad.
Squad. Yeah, it's like wild card.
Everyone's
Wild
made a
card.
squad
Finish.
at some point.
Squad.
Okay, Sam, I've got a carton bet for you guys. Happy for it to be just one of you or for all three.
I've just put 1,000 out there. I'm pretty gun shy at the moment.
I think the WA teams will combine for more wins than the SA teams this season. anyone want to take me on?
One
So-
Australian to Sam Walsh.
Oh, you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
go again.
So Sam thinks that the WA teams will combine for more wins than the SA teams.
So
Yeah,
you
I mean-
give Freo 16
So
again.
you think the SA teams?
Yep,
You think the SA?
So if you're thinking Freo wins, what, 15-ish games?
something like that.
We'll do the over.
But if we go by your prediction that Adelaide and Port are basically going to be the same,
Well, all they have to do is win
Well, so
10,
hold on,
10
mate,
each.
break it down. So you got 15
Yeah,
for
but then if-
Fremantle and 5,
3.
3. So you think they're at 18, and then Port and Adelaide
Jeez,
just
I
need to
like that
combine
one.
for 19.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, and Port Adelaide will be 4-0 or 5-0.
Are you going to take it then?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Are you?
Yeah,
Yeah, I think the Adelaide get them.
Yeah.
So you're going to bet on the SAs, both of you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon maybe Adelaide win 13 and Port can win 11, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. I'll stay out of it. Okay.
Balls on the line over here.
Pussy. I just think that I have a feeling West Coast might win 5 games.
Well, it's still
So-
short of my
Well, it's
estimate.
going to be tweet. I don't know the other two.
Well, that's the whole part of having a punt, mate. Get the old freckle
I'll
just to
just
tighten up every now and
monitor
then.
for you guys. Sam,
Just have the ginger just
Sam-
Oh,
puckering.
speaking of, hasn't the cum dogs come in hard?
Oh, has he?
Yeah. People are getting around this.
Yes,
you
okay.
stop calling
I
him
moved
that.
markets.
That's not his nickname.
No,
That's
it
his
is.
nickname.
It is.
You wait.
Hey, speaking, and I don't know if there's any questions about this promo. Have you seen the promo that's been running
No.
with me? Sit down.
Oh,
Done a sit down.
who are you sitting down with this time?
There, two
Fitzpatrick's
number
back.
ones.
two West Coast Eagles,
Number ones.
young guns. Willem Dersma,
Yeah.
Cooper Duff Tytler.
Oh, they
Oh.
didn't give him Harley.
Nah.
I didn't ask for Harley. I wanted these two. No, I wanted the 2 top picks.
Or here's Harley. No,
Two
I don't
number
want-
one picks, mate.
I don't want Harley.
Yeah, I
don't
wanted
want
the
Harley.
2. I wanted the 2 top 4 from this year. It makes
How
sense.
much do you hug them at the end as well?
I don't
It's the
think
same
there's
as
any
Fifey?
hugging. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Catch the
banter.
hug?
There's a lot of laughs.
Funnily enough, you've done it already.
It's done.
Do
It's in
you
the can.
use any Gen Z terms to try and be more relatable to them?
First episode is tonight.
Skivity?
It'll run about 3 minutes.
Episode.
And then
It's not an
first
episode.
part, and then
30-minute special.
and then the second
Mate.
part will be tomorrow night.
It's not a Netflix series.
And
it's a
it's
3-minute thing on the news.
You won't see many cutaways or anything.
Oh, no.
You do, you,
I didn't cut
Can
it.
somebody please do this and
Dylan's
count?
cut it. Dylan, our editor, he's a very good editor.
Somebody count.
He just showed it to me, and look. What am I going to say, mate? Take a bunch of those
are,
cutaways out.
are we in bullying territory?
I reckon we're pretty close.
Is it going to be cut up? Is it going to be on your Instagram? Are you going to cut it up? Cut up the page and put it through?
Potentially.
Or it can't. Like Instagram can't carry that long a video.
It's all 3 minutes. We'll see.
think it's
But you know what the nickname they have for Dersma is?
Uh,
So
Dylan
Duff
Dersma.
Tytler's
Nah.
obvious. They just call him Duff.
Nah.
Worm.
Oh,
They
yeah.
call him Worm.
Oh, speaking of, can we need to address how you've just abandoned your roots and Footy Rhino's dead on Instagram.
Oh, yes. No, yes.
Footy Rhino
I did
is
do
dead.
this, yeah. Because, well,
Ryan_Daniels_7 or something
Well,
like that.
Twitter
now.
No.
yeah, Twitter got out of hand. I can't change it. There's too many.
But mate, Footy Rhino's good. It's like easy to remember.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It
But
feels.
did you get advice? Did you take this to someone and ask
No,
for advice?
I think it was
This was direction from above for sure.
no. Katie,
this was-
Katie Lamb sort of was like, "Why would you call it that?"
Oh, double underscore too. Like
Yeah, that
Ryan
says I'm late to the party.
_7.
Well, everything else was taken.
Yeah, that's
We'll make
we can
something else
tell.
up.
What
Footy Rhino.
Ryan Daniels
I think I've
777 or
got
something.
a couple of days I can go back.
Yeah, you got to do. You at least got to claim it somehow. Otherwise,
And if you just
otherwise someone's getting this.
Get work to blue ticket too, maybe.
Does that happen in Instagram? You get blue ticks?
Yeah, well, it depends on the partnership you had your business has with Instagram.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think you do.
You don't anymore.
Yeah, I got a blue tick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
used to got one through AFLPA stuff. I reckon.
LPA.
Nah, I
Or the
reckon-
club stuff.
no.
Did they have Instagram when he played?
That's I know. Yeah.
What are you talking
It's a
about?
Is that a thing?
Yeah, the clubs have like there's a relationship between the
Okay,
AFL
I'll
and
have a
Instagram.
look. I'll consider going back to Footy Rhino. Okay, well, Twitter will stay Footy Rhino, of course.
No, you got to go back. Yeah, Footy Rhino is
Yeah.
more like I'm Footy Rhino on Instagram.
I used to
Ryan
have a
underscore-
great logo for the website. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember
With
the Rhino.
With the Rhino?
Yeah. Yeah, you had a whole website, like a fantasy website.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
Even like
Started a
Ryan
podcast. I reckon it was the
Daniels.
first podcast that ever started. It was
Well, that
so
was there was a
bad.
Footy Rhino episode on Hardball Gets our first year, second year.
Yeah,
Fenn
we
was doing
we
it.
tried to bring back the fantasy for
Yeah.
it just didn't take. Yeah.
But like it was just Ryan Daniels 007 or something.
Done like Bond.
Yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. You can't have
R. Daniels.
underscore Daniels underscore set. Like it's just
Nah,
that
Footy
looks,
Rhino works.
looks like but
many
it does,
underscores?
but it also looks like you're a tenor and you've just got over the age of 16. You can access social media.
You get Hotmail.
Okay, all right, I'll take it on board.
I am in
do you
1987.
get that type of
Hotmail.
feedback from like people here at work?
No one speaks to me like this apart from you two idiots. Everybody just lets me go about my business. I've got respect in this building, unlike in this room. not Nyasha, with all the Olivia Dean edits,
Yes.
is it a
yeah.
play to get her to perform at the grand final? Interesting.
Oh, I like
Throwing Olivia. I think she's too in her prime.
She's too hot, like
Yeah.
hot.
It was
in
well
both
top.
respects.
Well top.
Although, and I might be.
Sam Fender, who's part of that song, he's an absolute megastar. Sam Fender's one of my favourites. He could play the AFL Grand Final. I'm going to go with Sam Fender being that.
No, I don't know, because you know who hasn't heard of Sam Fender? Anyone over the age of 40.
Yeah,
You've
they can't
literally,
book it.
the first time I've ever heard that name is right now. And
He's part of the. It's his song that she's on.
oh, great.
For that edit.
I haven't heard that song apart from the edits. I've never listened to the
Bring
whole
me
song.
in.
Okay, I'll do that. But they're not getting Sam Fender to play the grand final.
You know this song.
Because every boomer who buys tickets through corporate is going to go, who's Sam Fender?
I thought that was a Goo Goo Dolls for a second. Yeah, it is a good song.
Great song.
Wait till it kicks in, then you'll know it. Skip forward.
Nah.
Hang on. It's all about punching someone.
17 going under?
Yeah.
Can you stop?
Yes,
No,
karaoke
he's
hour.
not playing the grand final. It's Foo Fighters. We've already decided.
People watching's a cracker.
Can you stop playing Sam Fender songs?
I'll get done for copyright.
I was gonna
in a
say-
minute.
We got quite close there.
No.
You're just
So what I
making
would
Josh's
say is,
job harder.
in case Sam Fender wants to sue, I love you. You wouldn't come after us because I'm promoting your brand.
That's true.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna
we'll
get
have
you-
We'll have you at the Hardball Guess AFL show, grand final edition.
He's going to be at the grand final playing, and I'm going to be smuggling you to the front like we did with Robbie Williams.
Robbie come down on the float.
chance that he will be playing the AFL grand final.
Remember Hawkins' face
Yeah,
when he walked
it's just
out
like,
and you
what
and
the
I are on the fence? He's like, what are you doing down here? I don't know what we're doing.
Christian, what
It
would
was a big few days.
Christian, what would a pass mark be for the Bombers this year?
10.
10.
They're
think we talked about this
Do you know what
before.
I can see?
9.5 wins.
Everybody's itchy for the over-unders.
Yeah.
Aren't they?
Yeah.
We're getting a lot of questions about
My
wins.
pass mark is those 3 first-rounders playing 18 plus.
Yeah, but you have to put a number on the wins, though.
I don't. No,
8.
I'm not.
8.
I want them to finish
9.
bottom
Wildcard.
4. Finish bottom 4. Get another kid.
No, I agree with that.
Well, do it now.
Pass mark. Your pass mark
year.
is 4. There you go. 3.
Yeah,
I don't care about
I think
wins.
they'd expect 8. They had a lot of injuries last
Don't
year.
win 8, because then you're getting pick 8 or whatever it is.
They got. Do they have Blackiston?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got all these. They got all the guys.
He's rucking.
He's
He's
27.
rucking.
He's rucking at the moment
27.
while they wait for Big Brian to come back.
Yeah.
Thank you, Brian.
Luke,
he's done.
over under on Rhino to break a
yeah.
story in 2026. Shall we say the line is 2.5? Well, I'm already at least a couple.
What?
Well, the Paul Curtis one was a pretty big.
No,
That's a summer. That's a summer yarn.
That's a
summer
drop
story.
in the ocean.
It's in 2026.
That's a summer
Drop in the
story.
ocean.
I did unfortunately break the Noah Long stuff yesterday. 7 hours before.
I think when you
Which
when you
part
looked
of
at
it
the
was a
vision,
surprise
What? No one.
that he was going to be out. For
did you see what his leg did?
His leg fell off.
Do you know how hard it is to actually get confirmation on that stuff?
Well, mate, ring me because I could confirm it on the day he was.
We'll give you a half.
But it wasn't even an ACL.
One
so
of
like
the-
other people will go, "Oh, he's done his ACL." He hadn't done his ACL.
No. But you could just tell, like, yeah, that's not. a
Don't
scoop.
don't.
No.
Do
These
you
are
know-
the.
and I had that information and released it 7 hours before the Eagles did. Do you know how big that gap is? Don't.
Yeah, that's
you can't
that
underestimate.
means they go scrambling. But that's a hard.
Mate, that
that's
is
a
a hard thing to
confirmation,
do.
Yeah,
not
it's
an
a
unveiling.
Yeah, correct.
Oh,
Correct.
piss off.
That's a half. I'll
you
give you a
guys,
half.
No, you guys have no concept about that space.
I
about
used to.
breaking story space.
Once upon a time.
Well, then you should understand.
It's probably been actually
how
like
hard
10
it is
years
to get
since I was
that
a
much
journo.
specific detail. From
Yes, but it's as I'm saying, it's you knew.
Is it me or do the clubs love giving that out?
Oh, they love giving that out.
f***ing hate
But
it.
that is a okay. Something's happened here. I need to shore it up. Not a like
out of nowhere.
out of nowhere.
So
Well,
which
Curtis
that's
was out
a-
of nowhere.
Which
yeah, but that's
part?
a summer yarn.
So
That's not a summer
Oh,
yarn.
it's a
he
summer
almost
yarn.
died.
Who was your leak on the Noah Long one? Which one of the 37 that had to carry him off? Which one of them spilt the beans on his injury?
I shouldn't have to put up with this.
Honestly, he looked closer to death.
I always thought the things that would run this show into problems over the journey. No, Rhino just spitting it and walking out. It's climbing up the leaderboard.
He,
Fed up.
also, I think he's and I know we're talking about an injury. He seems like a very, very popular lad down there in
yeah.
West Coast.
He's a
So
lovely
removing the fact that you broke it and all that sort of hoo-ha, you actually wish that young lad all the best.
It is crap.
Yeah.
He can't catch a break.
No, and they kind of really need someone like him too. They need a lot of smalls up there.
A bit more than that, but yeah.
Yes,
Tyler.
obviously they need more than that, but they need him too.
Yeah.
Roscoe wanted to pose the question, what's more tainted, West Coast's post-drug era premiership or Brisbane's current academy and father-son fueled run of premierships? And if the AFL manages to contrive a Gold Coast premiership, as it's been trying to do since inception, where would that sit?
Well, the academies were helping, and I think the West Coast stuff might have been hindering.
Yeah.
West Coast could have won 4.
Yeah.
But it's funny because in some ways you can compare the academy stuff to like West Coast premierships in the 90s because they just had
every
WA player.
Yeah.
No one else was allowed to draft them.
Well, it's funny you say that because I remember that being the narrative you'd always hear is like, oh, yeah, but they had a state team.
Yeah.
They had the whole WA state
Well,
team.
no, they couldn't draft. Nobody else could draft
the
the WA guys for the first year.
Well, that was the argument on the way back. Wasn't it?
During the West Coast prime, early years,
Early 90s. Yeah.
were there WA players killing it outside of WA?
Alan
Very
Jakovic.
few. Nicky Winmar, very few. There wasn't a ton because
But they were gone before
Roscoe.
they came in.
before they
Roscoe's
came in.
back.
Before heaps. But in
there
terms
was,
of in that window, was it like West Coast were winning the flag, and lo and behold, the best player at Carlton was from Claremont?
Yeah, I know there were a few, but they were previous.
There was a sprinkler, yeah. Winmar was probably the highest profile one that they didn't have.
Yeah, Winmar and Jacko.
I mean, I'd need
Other
time
Jacko.
to go back and
Other Jacko, Nick knows the other Jacko.
Yeah, I know,
'cause
they're very
posted,
similar.
He posted the wrong
Do you know
highlights.
they
of the bloke.
both wore the same number at South Fremantle and
yeah.
played one season apart in the same position?
that was so good. So what's the answer here? Because, I mean, I give credit to they're a bloody good side, but part of me does go, come on, guys, like you're getting a free run here.
Yeah.
Like, and I hate saying that because
Who are
do you
their
know who
academy? Who are
by
their
the way,
academy?
do you know
Well,
who
the
the
Ashcrofts.
fiercest fans
Their
are?
father and son as well,
The
though,
fans that come for
Well,
you
yeah,
the hardest, I would say there's a top 3.
Or Harris Andrews Academy.
Easy game. The fans that come at you the hardest if you criticise their team.
Eric Hippo
I don't go
Academy.
Brisbane.
I'm not putting.
I pump Brisbane
I'm not
up.
putting them in order,
Lions.
but I would say in my experience, it's been Brisbane, North Melbourne, and probably
in
Collingwood.
terms of handouts, or
No, in terms of they come at you.
supporters.
Essendon.
Nah, Essendon.
That's just Kev.
Nah, Essendon fans, they get it.
It's just Kev.
They criticise their own
I
team.
don't know what like.
They're the
I
3.
think Gold Coast. Gold Coast, I'd be more bitter if they won with all the academies.
But why? It's the same as Brisbane's.
Yeah, I need to know the numbers. But father and son, I'm a little bit more lenient on.
I suppose.
Yeah, there's Eric Hipwood.
The whole. I have this
who was
horrible feeling.
And
in-
like they got Zorko, who was, anyone could have got him for 10 years.
He'd won
before
5
he
best
got
and
drafted.
fairest or
Yeah.
something. The 2.
I have this horrible feeling that if things go the way we all think they're going to go in the next 3 to 4 years, we're going to look back on this era as the compromised era of
I
drafts.
don't think so.
If Gold Coast and Brisbane rattle off the next 3 flags between them, we're heading to that
Yeah,
space.
but Gold Coast have been in the comp now forever, and they've done.
Remember I
nothing.
said at the
They've
start
won
of the
one-
year?
Yeah,
They've won
Sydney
one
have had it
final.
longer. Sydney have had it longer.
Yeah, they've been bloody good for a long time too.
Well, they have the cola. They
it's
had $1 million
but
more
you're
a year. and they're
compounding it because you've got more of these, and the advantages are getting steeper and steeper.
So in 2012, when Sydney had an extra $1 million in the contract, is that tainted? And should we lodge an appeal?
It's on,
Just get
if
it,
you're
and the other team get
if you're
handed
having the
premiership medals.
conversation and you're ranking compromised grand final or premierships, it's probably in the. I mean, so what
Did
about
you kick
Carlton's
first goal in that game
What
as
about
well? Did I
Carlton's
see that
in-
the other week?
Carlton's in 1995. They got done for the salary cap breach like 10 minutes after.
And to tell you what hurt from that one with the Swans was when Hodgie said on the other day when he was over, that 2012 team was the best team we had ever. But by a mile. I was like, oh, you mother.
Okay, intact stories. Intact stories. Hey, fellas, I think I sent this question in as a list one time, and you just played, can Nick name the team's highest goal scorer? Continued. That was pretty fun, but I originally also wanted to know which team has the cutoff for a team that can have its current highest goal scorer still be beaten. Oh, yeah, this is... So whoever's leading their career,
So it's
career
not-
goal kicking.
Yeah,
so
so
like-
for example,
someone can get past
No
them.
one's getting past Lockett.
Yeah.
well, he 2 clubs though.
Dunstall.
Yes, correct. No one's catching
Yeah.
Dunstall. Well, who are they?
I'll get them up.
You got them up? You get them up.
Well, Gold Coast and GWS, clearly. Someone can still take over
well,
them.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
I
is the
think
question who can't be beaten or who's
Yeah,
still,
well, who's
a live proposition?
can still be beaten.
Yeah.
Well, we'll just go through and decide whether they can or can't.
Well, what, Pav's
so-
700 odd.
So
Let's go in order.
I'll just go for this top set. I've got Gordon Coventry,
Is he
He's
Collingwood's
1300.
leading guy?
Collingwood.
He's not getting beat.
That's
Is
not
he?
happening.
He's like-
1300.
That's
yeah.
not happening.
Dunstall 1254.
That's not happening.
Then there's a split of Lance Franklin. Doug Wade.
Can you write down the teams that we're doing because he's going to lose track here?
Wait, what?
Hawthorn, Collingwood, Geelong.
I'll go from Adelaide. I've got the full list. Adelaide 600.
Who is that?
Taylor
Is that-
Walker.
Can be beaten.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Can be beaten. Yeah. 600.
Yeah. Jonathan Brown,
What is the number?
He's 700.
594.
Is that all? Yes, can be beaten. Yeah.
Sticks Kernahan, 738.
Yeah.
Can be, but we're heading into space.
Yeah, I don't think that'll get beaten.
Yeah.
The 800's the cut off for me.
Yeah, there's 10 years of kicking 70.
Yeah, it can be done. You just need a really special player.
Coventry we've done. Lloyd, 926.
Nah.
Pav, 700.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
I don't know. Like, as you say, like it's 10. But players do play longer these days. So yes, I'll say yes.
Okay.
Just
The Geelong one's interesting because I thought it was Doug Wade. It's not.
Gary?
It's Gary Ablett because Wade played a couple
North
of seasons
Melbourne?
at North. Yeah. Ablett, and of course Ablett played at Hawthorn, but 1,021.
No.
no one's getting it
Tom Lynch at the Suns, 254.
easily.
Yes.
Jezza Cameron at the Giants, 427.
Yes.
Yes. Dunstall, we've done no.
No.
Melbourne's a tricky one.
Is it,
Guess who
David
Melbourne?
Neitz?
Yes, Neither, 631.
Yes,
Yep.
that's gettable.
Wayne Carey, 671.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's gettable.
yeah.
Gee, I think those.
Mate, what about Whitlock?
I think they're all.
Yeah,
getting a bit
Whitlock's
high.
coming, mate. Matt or Jack or
What's
whoever
Larky?
they got.
Larky must be past 400.
400 maybe. Warren,
What's he got?
549.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
beatable.
gettable, yeah.
Jack Rewalt, 787.
Is it Jack Reaver? He went past Titus.
No.
That's getting close to not.
I don't think. No, I don't think so.
This one's interesting. St Kilda.
Plugger.
It's Plugger.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Plugger. Cool.
898.
How's that? He can't be beaten at probably two
No.
clubs.
No,
At Sydney,
Plugger?
Plugger, 462.
Yeah,
that's
that's
gettable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If Lance Bud must have been near that, wouldn't he?
We just didn't play enough.
He played there for 10 years, didn't
Must
he?
have been. He would've been
Josh
close.
Kennedy, West Coast, 707.
Yeah, that's gettable. 750. I'll give 750 as the cutoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it can be, but it's in that pab space.
And I'll give you a coffee if you can get the Bulldogs. On Thursday when we record or whatever it is, I'll bring a coffee in.
Western Bulldogs. It's not Ted.
Chris Grant?
Not Chris Grant.
You're out.
Oh, a name came to my head, which is not the answer.
Go on.
Stuart Cramery.
That's it.
It is?
No, it's not.
What? I was just joking.
Turn his mic off for 30 seconds.
Stuart Cramery.
Mate, I got Gordon Coventry 1300. I
Brad-
stunned myself.
Brad,
and now
you
got Gordon Coventry.
Stuart Cramery.
Brad Johnson got him.
558.
What is Stuart Cramery?
I'm finding out what Stuart Cramery did. You guys move on.
I said it wasn't the answer. I said his name just popped into my head.
Don't say it if it's that bad. I had Chris Grant at least. He was in the ballpark.
Yeah.
Well, he was so stunned
Chris Grant probably kicked
that I thought it's
500.
got to be someone.
You are unbelievable.
Oh, you're kid. Yeah, here we go.
What do you get?
So Stuart Cramery has kicked in one season 37,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
getting close.
That's not bad.
32.
Adds up.
Yeah. And some of these are for Essendon too, by the way.
No, this is Bulldogs, so it's 69.
It all adds up.
He kicked 70.
Adds up.
So he's about 500
Over that period.
Just 500.
In his 3 seasons, he kicked 70.
I told you it wasn't the
Cramery.
answer. I just
Why
said the
would you
name
say
popped
that?
into my head.
Why would you say Stuart Cramery? Sorry, I mean, Josh, just turn him off for 30 seconds as a suspend. We
Yeah.
should get out of suspend
I
comments.
don't mind this. Sin bin for Nick this
Yeah,
year.
30 seconds.
If he says anything really stupid,
No talking for 30.
30 seconds.
Your mic's off, mate. It's off. So,
I'm just going to set a timer. So
yeah,
that we
30
all know. I'm
seconds,
just gonna set it.
and then we can turn you back.
Stop
Have a drink of
watch.
water and clear your throat. If
30
you need to
seconds.
clear it, because you do that on mic all the time,
Right, don't
give
mention,
it a clear now.
If you talk, it resets. Okay.
All right, next question.
Jaden, is this West Coast bias or are Peter Matera, Darren Glass, and Daniel Kerr all severely underrated when AFL media are talking about the stars of the game? But Matera's always been underrated. He'd have a statue outside most clubs. I'm convinced of it.
I think Glassy's really underrated.
Absolutely.
He must work nearby here too. I was pulled out the other
Complete
day
home
and
filtration.
and he had the whole gear on this
Yeah.
out the front.
Yeah.
Darren Glass underrated. Curry, yeah, you're right to go.
Oh,
get
yeah,
back.
ready.
you're clear, Nick. Yep.
I'm back.
Yep.
All I'm saying is because the Gordon Coventry 1300.
No,
Okay,
we've moved on from that.
no,
We've moved on.
no,
We've
that's
moved on.
another
Then
30
I
seconds. You've
We've
gone
moved
back
on.
in.
Why is that 30?
No, because you've gone back in. 30
We've
more
moved on.
seconds. Let it go.
Glass and Matera, yes.
I think Kerr as well.
Probably. I don't know.
I mean, Kerr's peak was smaller. He had a lot of injuries towards the end.
Was he also third banana in there at times?
He was, but
Yeah.
he's probably the best third banana.
Of course
I
he
reckon
is.
we've ever
Enormous.
seen. You could argue the Geelong guys.
Well,
it
you
was
could-
probably Joel
that would-
Corey was the third
Bartel,
in the middle.
Ablett,
In the middle.
and
Stevie J
Selwyn.
wasn't in the middle. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, mixing errors, yeah, but yes. Yeah, pretty close. You free again, Nick.
I'm back.
Okay. Lachlan, idea for rep footy when Tassie enters. In the community series, the 19 teams you can have a bye. So why not play the reigning premiers via the All-Australian team? Champion team versus team of champions vibe. Obviously, they'd need to use the full All-Australian squad to cover the players from the premiers and any injuries, but I think it could work.
When are you playing this?
So you're playing this preseason. So you're doing the premiership team, so taking Brisbane's team from last year, and you're playing against...
And they all clearly play for Brisbane.
The All-Australian team.
And then you've got to
So the
find
Brisbane
subs.
guys
Well,
come
you
out.
take five of the
So once
Brisbane
you've
guys.
been boned from not making the All-Australian
Squad.
team, you're in the 40 and you have to sit through watching everyone else get their All-Australian, you then get called upon to fill in for the Brisbane players who were All-Australian.
I think we figured out that you got to care about the jumper you're wearing.
Do you remember you might remember this, Nick, it was early 90s, and they used to have this thing called I think it was called the McDonald's Cup or McDonald's Championship. It was basketball. But they'd take the winner of all the different leagues and play in this tournament. So, like the NBA champions, the Houston Rockets, was the Elijah One Rockets. They played against the Perth Wildcats in this game. James Crawford had a couple of dunks, and they were like, wow, this guy could have played in the NBA. I remember being so into that in the time. It was around 95.
You've
So
heard
it was
about those
12.
stories, right? About how drunk the Wildcats were.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and they actually gave them half a run for their money, and then they sobered up, played another game, and were no good.
Yeah.
Because McDonald's as a kid used to sponsor everything.
Yeah,
McDonald's
they're
hoops
everywhere.
everywhere. Every
Yeah.
shirt, every clinic used to go to have Macca's written all over it.
Nathan, as a Roos supporter, should we be more worried about that shithouse performance, or are we just inflating the odds for the top 10? Load up.
Oh, that one was it. Community series, these games have been nothing, except for that one was a little bit
meant
concerning.
something.
If you had to pick one that felt like it meant something, it was that one.
Meant that 80 points or whatever it was.
But just the way they went about it.
Wardlaw injured again in the twos.
That Latrell Pickett was playing Resi Sandford halfway through last year. He made them look like a Resi Sandford team.
I'm starting to think...
I reckon Clarko would have delivered some pretty heavy stuff. I reckon.
I'm starting to think that Wardlaw might be their most important player.
I reckon he's got another year to prove it, though.
I know.
You got to stay out there.
The time's ticking.
Well, his contract's coming up, and that would be one of the most interesting. Because how long can you give a guy who barely plays?
Well, someone it may be highly incentivized.
Someone will.
Someone wrote on the AFL website when they showed a goal of one of the Melbourne players, and LDU was chasing.
Oh no!
They're like, who would win, LDU defensive running or Xavier Ellis over 50 metres? The votes came in.
Are they even listeners to this podcast? Because they've really nailed something there. Might just be a random thought bubble.
Well,
you're not going to kill LDU like you did the sausage dog, are you?
Don't do that. Varley, Snooksy.
Michael, why the is Freo v Richmond in round 3, late March, a 1:15 p.m. Saturday Arvo game?
I reckon it's a good thing for Freo. Is it in
Stinking
Perth?
hot, yeah.
I reckon it's a good thing for Freo.
You'll be stoked.
Not that it matters in terms of it's Richmond, they'll beat them anyway, but I reckon it would have been a good one to get, I don't know, if you're going to have to play Brisbane at some stage, maybe not Brisbane because they've got the heat there, but grab a Hawthorn who are going to be and give them 35 degrees at 1 o'clock. Let's see what happens.
I reckon it's come from you because you want to be out of there early
Got a function.
on a Saturday.
I don't think I'm working footy this year.
Well, you've been left out of
Been left out of everything.
You've been left out of a few games.
Everyone's like, oh, no, it'll be fine. I'm going broke over
But
here.
you're still at all the functions.
And
Jack.
and more Kanga too, which is nice.
Oh, Jack, I heard Nick came back from his holdout with less money due to the threat of being replaced by Paco Luciano. Paco is the guy, the American guy, who's watching all the games and reacting.
We can get him in.
We interviewed him.
Oh, yeah.
I was on him early.
It's a lot. But I've enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the experience.
know what's
I've just parked it for a little bit.
Yeah,
That's the same as this, the Olivia Dean
Yeah, that
meme now.
just got
First
too
couple
much.
of days,
Yeah.
cool. And
The
then
thing
very
I love
quickly-
about Paco, and I think this is why we all love it, is that he's watching these things and you're seeing someone organically experience things we had no as part
I
of.
think at times maybe it's starting to get a bit repetitive.
Yeah, but that's
Well,
the
but
Yanks.
that's what it works.
But is it organic in the end when it's
Why do you
everything?
hate Paco?
I love him.
Paco
Feel
Actually,
like
edit this out. I love him. I've
I
changed
feel
my
like-
opinion on
I
the
feel
run.
like we need to get this online so they can make
He can
up.
react to
No,
this.
no. Let's cut. We had him on Triple M.
Yeah,
It's
well,
coming for
since,
you.
you know, he's old news.
Haircut that for me.
No, you can't.
you
No,
can't.
no. This is an honest.
No, he did us a favour. He did us a favour.
Okay.
Just a little bit. Just a little clean up.
Okay, here we go. We're nearly there. Aaron, who asked for a photo, and he has sent in a photo of me with Patrick Cripps at the State of Origin dinner. I'll show you two clowns. That's me and Cripper.
Yeah, so which side? Have you put that on Instagram yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, that could be a good one for Ryan double underscore, Daniels double underscore, 7 double underscore.
7 double score.
I can confirm.
Imagine him sitting in his little
85.
private little booth downstairs going, well, this could be a ripper. The double underscore Rhino.
I just kept going to stuff that hadn't been taken.
Brian Daniels 2 forward 3 through 7.
So I remember very specifically what happened here. I was off to the side, standing next to the camera guy, pointing out which guys he should be filming. And Cripper happened to walk through, and the photographer for the socials said, "Can I get you and Cripper together?"
Right.
And so we both said, "Sure." And we both stood there. But
I think I saw Cripper post it.
I don't think he would have. Is that Patrick underscore Cripps?
Yeah,
underscore 15?
Cripps.
Underscore
Cripps
9?
Patrick Cripps fan.
No,
69.
I met Cripper when doing Draft Story when he was 17, and he is one of those guys that will always remember. He's such a lovely fella. I really want him to be successful from a team point of view, but I just think the clock is ticking.
Is there a trade?
Yeah.
I feel like, sorry, just really quickly on Cripper, once he gives up his captaincy, that's when you'll start to feel sorry for him because he'll still keep doing the stuff that on the field and the toughness and the contested, and you'll be looking at it going, well, you're not going to win a flag at Carlton.
Archie, selfishly as an AFL fantasy fanatic, does Lindsay actually play and what will he score? I think he's talking about Josh Lindsay. I think he will play.
Did he turn it over a few times the other day?
Yeah, he did, but he takes a game.
That win was crazy.
I would probably say
he has to play.
Well, he doesn't have to play because
that
defense.
Has to play.
Well, that defense the other day, you had Starcevic out, you had Baker out, you had Hoff out.
Who cares?
You can pick 23 people now.
Well,
they won one game last year.
They're all coming back.
I'm sure they are, but who cares?
Jinby didn't play. That's 5 defenders in their first team that didn't play.
So put him on a wing.
I'm not saying he won't play. I'm just saying it's not a sure thing early. I reckon he could come in and
what number was he drafted?
19?
16?
19?
In the teens.
19, 20. No, I think he's going to be great. I wouldn't, as a fantasy, I wouldn't back it in as 100%. But he should play this year. Definitely.
Should play this year.
Who's the locks? I just need Selby to be like, pick these 5 guys. You can't. If you don't, you're cooked.
If he does that, then everyone's going to have the same team.
No, just
it's all out
you need
there.
like the 5 and then
out there.
everything beyond that.
Kyle, Brandon Walker, Judd McVie, or Luke Ryan, who's missing in round 1? Well, Brendan Cox is now kind of slightly doubtful, so that might save
what was
Ryan.
he doing with his hair?
Coxie?
Yeah,
got rid of
shaved it.
He shaved it. But I was watching it. I was watching it at a bar, and I was like, "Is he gone blonde or is that shaved or
It's a dome.
it's gone bald?"
It's on the dome.
Yeah, right.
He said, mate, so when it's going, you just have to
You
take
go
ownership.
100%.
You just go.
So Luke Ryan was the one who was not going to play. You reckon?
Well, because he came back from a shoulder, and basically
that's not-
JL said the other day, he said he just hasn't had as good a preseason, so he was left out.
He played in the twos
played
thing.
resis, but
played Rezzies to protect his time.
Push comes to shove, I think Luke
He's
Ryan's
playing.
in their team, and the Cox thing might mean all 3 of these guys play. Brandon Walker was very good the other day.
Brendan Walker needs another final.
Yeah,
So I still think
The
about
Collingwood one.
I just think about that. He just needs to have a big.
McVee's definitely playing. You can bank that. He's definitely.
How'd he go on the weekend?
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. Alex, lads,
I think that's what he is. He's a fine player. Fine.
offer a carton for whoever comes last in the tipping comp. No, because people just rig it to finish last.
So I tried to come last year in our staff.
It's hard to do.
Hard.
All right, we'll do that.
There was a prize up for last.
Okay, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll figure a prize. Maybe not a card.
It might
we'll get a
it
prize.
might not be able to be an official prize, but we'll just do it.
Yeah, we'll find
If you come last.
I tell you what, if you're from overseas and you come last,
James, who jumps the most places up from last year's ladder? Who falls down the most? I reckon we park that question because we've got a 3-part over-unders pod series coming up. We will dive into the ladders and all of that, James. Joel, percentage chance of Chad coming to Freo at some stage. Please, Chad.
Warner.
He's got so his contract kicks in now, so he's got 2 years.
yeah.
I wouldn't rule out Freo, West Coast, or it's copping a bit of on the fence here, but I think all bets are still in play.
Yeah, I can see him looking at West Coast in 2 years as something that might be.
Maybe if Harley's there and flying, if the worm looks good, if Duff Titler's all right,
Hyphen.
Shanahan's going okay, then you'd start to think
Jeez, I
maybe.
love Shanahan.
He looks good, doesn't he? Andrew, thoughts on Kane Corn still sooking that someone else did under overs?
Yeah, he did his thing on Monday. He was like, "Oh, someone else stole it. We've been doing it for like 3 years."
Kano,
Mate, this is like edition 8 or 9.
I reckon Kano's trolling us now. He knows.
Does he know?
Nah.
He must know.
We got to let him know.
I reckon he listens.
Nah.
I reckon he does.
No,
You'd
he
be
doesn't.
surprised how much
What
Kane
time?
gets into. I reckon. Or
Where
he
does
gets
he get
sent
the time?
segments.
We love
Kano,
the corn.
if you're listening,
We love the
hello,
corn.
mate. Hello.
He's not listening.
He
They
might.
reckon he and I are very similar top half lately.
Yeah, is that right?
He,
You can do the
he's
shirtless
back.
walk and
His
talk?
back look great.
Yeah, he's ripped.
Wow.
Mate, he is. Yeah, he is.
Will-
Those Corns boys are ripped.
Yeah.
Will, who has worse takes? Cleary on A graders or Nick just in general? I thought it was Sam
Where's
McClure,
Sam
who
McClure
did
does
the
the A graded.
graders.
He does that as bait. That's bait.
He does. He let Cozzy pick it out.
And he put in Charlie Cameron.
And Patrick Dangerfield.
And left out Max Holmes.
Oh, yeah. Just that. Yeah,
Was Max
that's
Holmes
bait.
left out? Yeah.
At least
Remember I
mine
used to do that and get smashed. I kept it to 20 and 20 only. And,
Yeah, that's right,
And I
yeah.
left out good players, like all Australians, but left them out and got smashed.
That was a real A grade.
Yeah.
People didn't
Just
the
another
real
thing we
A grader.
started.
The real
Yeah,
A grader.
but he's doing-
Nick's
he's doing
takes
that-
aren't like manufactured.
They're not bait. I just don't know what I'm doing.
Genuinely
Talking
shit,
about.
like Stuart
Yeah.
Cramery not that long ago.
I said it wasn't
That-
a
no,
take.
I don't know. Matt,
If we do a video, Josh, can you do Stuart Cramery? And I want everyone, like you say, we needed a favour for everyone who's joined the game tipping. Can everyone just write under it, this is the worst take I've ever heard? just something like that. Just really get around Rinny. We'll get heaps of comments, gets it into the algorithm.
Follow
And
Nick Rynne Sport.
And that'll just go, it's good for your brand.
Good for the brand.
okay, Matt,
I'm
welcome,
relatable, you know?
welcome back. This is from Matt, interested in the team's thoughts on the Detroit Pistons season.
Oh,
Going
yeah.
through the top seed.
They got rolled this morning. though.
And can Harley Reid be this season's Cade Cunningham?
Is this
Was
the
this our
same
Cade
guy?
Yeah, we love
Cunningham?
it. Cade Cunningham's unbelievable.
We've
Had
been
an
on
off day
Cade.
today.
We never got off. Remember when people were getting off?
Yeah, maybe,
I-
maybe my last leg of a multi-Cade this morning. He did nothing. But anyway, all the love in the world to you,
Well, it
Cade.
says all the love from
He
Matt.
has been on a Cade bandwagon, not a bandwagon. He was probably first on. I know he's no one draft pick, but we've been getting Cade Cunningham messages for years.
I reckon 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay, conspiracy. Hit the music. That's from Dally. Big Pepsi, Fun Size Kit Kat, and Bob Marley.
Who's who?
I have it on good authority that a game in opening round in 2027 is going to be played in India.
Ooh.
With there being rumours around a Big Bash game being played there next year, along with Andrew Dillon heading over there to grow the game a month ago. The day will have a Big Bash and AFL game. It will feature the Adelaide Crows and Perth Scorchers, with both Mitch Marshes to be the poster boys.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I thought he was half serious until we got to the other Mitch Marsh being on a poster.
What's a smaller bison? He's got to have some kind of nickname along those lines, doesn't he? What's a bison child called? A pup?
Yeah, good question.
Bison pup?
I think it's called a cramery. Thank you very much, Dally, and
What's
thank you
Stuart
very much
Cramery
to
doing
everybody
these
who
days?
sent in. I love that conspiracy. That's our first conspiracy for the year. Keep them coming. We do love the conspiracy theories. They can be wild, and sometimes they might come off.
calf.
Just a calf.
Just a calf?
Yep.
The calf.
Again, footy tipping, thegame.com.au. Get on there. We have been inundated, which has been awesome.
Null.
Null is the code. So when you see join competitions, the code is null, Null, no spaces. Don't know why it'd be null, but join us. There's, of course, prizes, early bird, and prizes to be given out to the eventual winners.
And later this week, the over-unders. You
Get
know,
excited. Cane corns.
the originals, apart from Bill Simmons, but the other than that,
yeah,
the
yeah.
originals.
We're
in
the
Australia-
first thieves.
In Australia, we were the first convict
steal.
thieves. We were the convicts.
We stole from America.
Okay, and we're going to
Yeah.
go three-parter. Three-parter.
We're like what's the opposite of the British? You stole everything, took it back to Britain. See you then.